Put it live, sir.
All right, Composer Dome, episode 6.
We are
Welcome, everyone. Hello, Aaron. How are you?
outstanding, senor. How about yourself?
Doing well, man. Beautiful day. Sun shining in my face at the moment, actually. So it's really bright, but
Hey, little vitamin D can't hurt.
there you go. Yep, that's true.
All
So
right,
we
so
we're
let's see.
reviewing some trackage of you, well, kind of both of ours, I guess.
Do you want to go first or
No, 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 no.
check out?
I'm interested to see what you did with
Okay,
harder,
okay. Let me
and you were telling a tale as well.
yes. I just have to switch over my audio. Yeah, so I opened the track
Hmm.
and basically I was trying to take out what was there for VST and replace it with a different VST.
Sure.
Primarily, it was the first bass strings that were at the top, the low strings.
Mm.
And so uh, every single time I tried to change the low strings to Metropolis Arc,
Hmm.
it would crash every time. The project would just stop working. And
Jeez.
so I was like, what is going on here? So then I tried changing it to Contact 7 Metropolis Arc and it worked beautifully. Worked fine.
Ah, so it's
So
complete specifically. That's
so
the problem.
something happened where that instrument lane was originally Contact 7 and I tried to change it to complete and it just whoa, it did not like that. So what I did was, as long as I took all the MIDI, I just put all the MIDI, exported it as a MIDI file,
Sure.
and then I just put it in a new track and changed the instruments, did everything, and I extended things and I made it uh, you know,
So here's my question though. What if what if it were what if I use complete control, which I always do when I'm creating a project? What if it was a complete control instrument that you also had? Would it have worked then?
we shall have to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. And the strange thing is, I think that it what happened was when it didn't recognize the complete control, it instead just loaded a instance of Contact 7 inside complete control. That's what it did.
Oh wow.
Rather than having a in it, just a plain nothing, it actually had Contact 7 in there. Which you can do. You could actually run Contact 7 within complete control and then load instruments in there. You could do it that way. But ain't nobody got time for that, you know? So
No,
I just
no.
threw everything in a new project and everything worked beautifully after that.
I just don't see the point of contact. Like why would you have a rack of like seven instruments
Because
in a
complete
single?
because complete control never existed. That came out in 2015 and since 2007 or something, Contact was reigning supreme with that stacking stuff.
Yeah, but the
Uh,
stacking just that just makes things more complicated. Like to me, it's less user friendly. It's more confusing than to rather than just having each lane has its own complete instance, you know.
a huge thing that I bet you probably aren't using that does help a lot of the GUI issues with complete control
Sure.
is clicking this button right here. This button right here
What does that do?
pretty much solves. So this will uh, keep your VST whatever you change for your instrument. So if you go to like this instrument, you don't have to come down here and double click anymore.
Oh wow.
You
Yeah,
just
dude.
click them, and it total time saver.
Why is that not enabled by
Standard,
default?
standard, because Cubase you can't do that.
Yeah, that's awesome
Other
though.
DAWs, yeah. So I totally forgot to mention that.
Man,
Uh,
Fables looks amazing. That's just really a cool looking instrument.
dude,
Uh,
I have been wanting to use Fables for since I got it,
yeah.
and because some of the patches are so amazing, but I don't know what you. There's nothing I could use it in that we've been making recently. So this track here, though,
Perfect. Yeah.
um, yeah, man. So this is an interesting one for sure. So maybe we should start off by playing the original, or should we
She,
just
yeah, it's pretty short. Or we could play like a snippet of it. I don't think we need to play the whole thing, but the first movement maybe.
share? Okay, so let's just jump. Oop, close that out so we don't get the echo. Should be able to hear this. You can hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So kind of a relaxing, slow pace fantasy vibe.
So I, of course, super analyzed this track over the week, just like crazy.
I like it a
And
lot. I'm really happy with it. I actually love it as a piece of music personally.
and and that's why I believe this worked out perfect, because that is a main theme. That is a main theme of a video game, and this thing is an extraction from the main theme for background music.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, as always, and this is something that I really need to work on, obviously, is like I find it actually really difficult to make soundtrack music. Like I
So hard,
always want to make a theme. Like I
dude. It's
always want
so
to
hard.
make, yeah.
It really is very, very hard. Even this track here, it's not complete. That's why I didn't send anything this week over, because I don't think it's complete yet. However, it's 7 minutes.
Cool.
It loops um, as perfectly as I need it to in the game.
It
Uh,
Forgive me for saying this, but it looks pretty busy for a soundtrack, you know?
yeah, yes, exactly. That's why I still need to tone it down in
I see.
certain parts. I might just Coco Chanel a few parts. However, um, let's just
Yeah,
so
let's just dive
it
in.
is 7 minutes. I don't know how you want to do this. We just
We could listen to maybe half of it
if you
because it
want to
look.
yeah, if you want to pause at any time,
I
just
actually I think listening up to 33 or so looks pretty good because it looks like it repeats somewhat after that.
let's see. Yeah, up let's go. We'll stop at like yeah, like here or something.
Okay.
Play all the last part didn't trigger there for some reason.
Okay, I was about to say it's really sparse throughout there.
Yeah, this swell string for some reason didn't but yeah, up to there basically.
Brilliant.
Hey, it's your
Brilliant.
track, man. It's your MIDI.
No, no, no. I don't mean my MIDI. I mean your production. Like it's Yeah, it's great. It's almost like you have to it's very subtle, it's almost like you have to struggle to hear it, but in a good way. Like
The thing, and here's the deal with that is this is going to be playing 50% volume in the background,
yeah.
and so it's not, you're not supposed to be trying to the hardest part about making music like this is thinking about being the listener at the moment playing the game. That's why I kept trying to throw myself in there like I'm playing Citadel or I'm playing, some and Skyrim or something. But even Skyrim, I could just sit there and the music will take over the whole experience because it's like it is kind of next level. But
Well,
I
it's
don't.
funny. I was going to mention Skyrim, right? Because there are certain parts when you're exploring Skyrim where the music is this soaring,
Oh,
full orchestral thing, and it's fine. So, like, it's
oh
weird,
yeah.
sometimes it's too much, and sometimes you just hit it, and no one cares that it's too much. It's just so good. So,
But you'd never be in Skyrim in an area. There always has to be something to trigger that orchestral music. Some type of POI or some type of boss, some type of new village, some type of
I think when you're
thing,
wandering
or land, a
the kind of
land.
tundra around Whiterun or something, there's that choral piece that's playing, and it's yeah, I think.
And kind of similarly in Citadel, like, when you're running around, I know you haven't played Citadel, but when you're running around, it's really peaceful type of stuff. And if you get towards a cave or something, all of a sudden it'll kind of just change from peaceful to an actual track. Or if you start getting chased by something, it'll turn into the chase track, or
Yeah,
stuff like that. And of course that'd be cool. So like in the
yeah.
Explorer game, you start off main theme
That's like
menu,
that's
start
so the original version would be at the main menu when you're doing your selections and stuff.
first thing settings, and
You fall into the world, and then this plays.
this pops
Okay.
up,
Yeah.
and then this will play for the entirety of when you're in probably the nice starter area or whatever, and then perhaps we have a couple more tracks laid around the area for the scene, a
Right.
darker scene for a volcano area, or
Sure.
keep it small and the scope narrow and on point and achievable.
Yeah.
um
Yeah, I love it, man. I will say when Instrument 37 came in, I was like, "Oh no," but then I heard it for a few seconds and now I love it. I think it's a great choice, but
so that's another thing. So yeah, okay, so I had a I loved the Glock, how you, before changing the chord progression into the next part, you threw a little Middle Eastern spin on the scale. You changed the scale, which did technically cause dissonance. However, it sounded nice, like it was good
mm,
dissonance.
right.
And so but I was playing around with the flute with that, and it kind of just sounded extreme Middle Eastern. So I did change a few notes um,
Yeah.
on some things here and there just to keep it in the same scale that you had, acentric like crazy. Because uh, let's see
Yeah.
what else here.
And it's often hard to hear music that you wrote to hear it reproduced and remixed, but I really like it. So I like what you did.
It is, yeah, it's hard to hear exactly. That's what I was worried about that too, man. I'm like, I don't want to. There was actually a point where I did change a lot more. I have another version of this, the revamp one, that I changed like notes and stuff, and then I go, wait, I think I'm falling too far from the thing. And then I just restarted the thing, and then I redid it.
Well,
And
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's not like I'm opposed to
I
that in principle. Like,
so
uh,
if you can hear this was the first one. If you can't hear it, oh well. Can you hear this?
mhm.
Okay. So this is kind of like, oh, we got our first chatter. Hello,
Hello,
Barros.
welcome.
Barros. So this was a lot more violins and stuff articulations in the background, and
It's cool. I like it.
but it's very
It's less
musical.
it's less subtle. I was just about to say, like, it's way less subtle than this.
But let's see if this part. I think I changed the. Yeah, I hear that real
That's a
violent
little
nasally.
that's a little much. Yeah.
Yeah, too much the so Fab or not Fables, but Lores has
Hmm.
some really interesting patches. Barrow says nice music.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is for a video game that we are trying to create that is going to be web based. So you can just
Yes.
go to the web page, download nothing, play the game, listen to the music, have a good day.
Completely free.
Frizzle.
That's the idea.
So, uh, as far as this track is concerned, yes, like when you said I kind of don't, when this part pops up, so perhaps I can put I already have a VC2A on there and check out how much peak reduction I have on there. A
Yeah.
lot. So,
Yeah, it all depends on how high the input volume is, right? Where you need to crank that.
yeah, I mean, let's see we are. So yeah,
Perfect.
it
Yeah.
starts moving right when that,
Yeah.
but I still think it might be a little too much, especially in comparison to the rest of the track. It's already very low. So I think the replica is kind of accentuating those strange frequencies that, but in a
I
way it
didn't
sounds good. I don't know.
I
It's,
didn't hear anything that I would have picked out as being that as sounding bad. I think it
oh,
sounds
okay.
good personally, but
Perfect. Perfect.
your ears are better than mine though, as we've discussed. You just
And our headphones sometimes are different. I can
you hear
hear
frequent
some
you
frequencies
hear
in the,
frequencies that I don't, yeah. So
uh, and then basically talking about the loop. So, there's a million ways we can go upon the loop. Um, Basically, I just figure I'll just play the last little bit here. So,
no, that's cool. I like the low strings. Oh
and
man, that is
it
seamless. Yeah,
it,
that's
it
good.
it's not seamless. I still have to I have to fix the birds so that the birds are seamless, but the music is seamless. And so what I
Oh man, your
was
standards are higher than mine for looping.
well, I just want the, I don't want to be able to hear anything. I don't
Yeah.
as far as like visual goes, trying to get a perfect visual loop, that's always fun, trying to match that first frame with the last frame, and
Yeah.
that's basically what you got to do here.
Hmm.
Um and I'm hoping that when we bounce this out, uh, that I can use the little option here that is include audio tail,
Yeah. I played with
which
that the other day. It did good things for me as far as the reverb at the end. So
interesting. And did you notice that the reverb at the end, did it actually start in the beginning or
like it will actually increase the length of your render. So I think that's
okay,
something to be aware of because I don't think I don't think when
gotcha.
creating a looping track you may not want it for that reason.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. So yeah, that's I thought potentially that it would capture the reverb tail, and if it was a loop it would bring it, it would bounce it.
oh, I see what you mean. To bring it to the beginning so that it
So I see this bounce second cycle pass.
uh-huh.
That's what I figured that it would do. and I think that you can only do it in real time. Yeah.
I would
So the
definitely try that. Yeah. And
yeah,
like something that's been helping me a lot lately with all these settings is ChatGPT, man. Like I've just been asking ChatGPT questions like that kind of stuff like, "Hey, what does this do?" And it's way better than sifting through their documentation, which is a freaking nightmare. So,
on Amazon, you can actually get a keyboard that has every logic shortcut built into every key, and you can just see it. And
that's pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
thought about getting one of those.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, man. So still gonna, you know, basically finished. Just probably gonna narrow a little bit of the loud parts down, and then just export it, and then good to go on this thing.
Yeah. Cool. I love it. I think
Hell
it's
yeah.
great, man. And yeah, we'll get new music cooking as soon as we have some more scenes in mind. Let me know.
Indeed, say all right, so you want to open up some music you've been working on this week?
Yeah, sure. Let's I have this one open. So let's just start here. It's just like a really, like I said, really quick and dirty guitar recording of a arrangement I've been working on recently.
All right.
So very simple. Again, not too many takes or anything. Let's see. Sorry, gotta set my Can you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. That is quite loud.
Indeed.
You want me to drop the volume a little bit?
Maybe for the stream, I guess.
Sound good?
Maybe mine's just loud.
That was just some noodling. This is the tune.
Strangely familiar.
It's an old Irish tune called Spancel Hill. I'm not sure how well known it is. My dad was a Irish musician, so he played it a lot when I was a kid, so it was kind of familiar to me. But to me, it's like almost like the quintessential Irish tune. Like it's it sounds
It
extremely traditional Irish to me. So uh,
Many movies seem to utilize that same thing when they want to portray that feeling of,
exactly,
yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
countryside.
LS Barrow says, "You guys are on another level. I'm feeling like a kid at a nuclear reactor control panel."
Well, thank you,
So,
sir.
did
That's
you
very kind
record
of you.
this last night or
No, like just now, like an hour ago.
oh, nice.
And this is just a SM81 Shure SM81 condenser microphone. I literally just sat with this guitar and I put the microphone 6 inches away from the 12th fret and just started playing. And so that's it. Like it was recorded right here in this room. What do you think about the quality of the recording?
So, can you play from 13 and a half to 21 real quick? I'll just put my listening ears on. So the some of the fingering on the actual notes
Mhm.
seems a lot louder than other recordings, but the
Ah, because the
act
mic was closer, I bet. Yeah,
yep. Um but besides that, there's no bad
frequency.
low tone kind of humming going on that, the gain produces.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. That sounds good, man. Yeah, we got a little bit of a low shelf cut. You know, the SM81 microphone actually has a low shelf cut as well, which is on, so that rolls off a lot of those really boomy lower frequencies that are common
Hmm.
with acoustic guitars. You gotta be careful when you're recording acoustic guitar because it can get really muddy quickly. So a little bit of raise for brightness. So that's from Logic's EQ, and of course I have a VC2A. I love this thing. Um, and I did put the mastering on it. So I did do that,
Ah,
which
yes. Okay, so
that
I'm
may have
cur
helped a lot. Yeah.
I'm curious here. If you were to just take the width, put it 50% and take the loudness. Oh, sorry, not the slider there, but
Oh, I
the
see.
yep, just toss that to 0
Okay.
and then take the loudness and turn that down maybe 3 or 4 dB. Um and then or yeah, point 0.4 rather. Um Also, Barra says, I'm more of a traditional composer, so I'm more used to sheet music than DAWs.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, we do like more orchestral arrangement type stuff too, but it's always in MIDI. Like I don't compose in sheet music personally, but I'm a guitarist, so I can read some, but yeah, generally in composing we both use DAW and are MIDI based, but this
Indeed.
one's all audio, but this is kind of unusual. We don't do a lot of recording. That's why I think we're trying to like kind of pin down the chain that we want to use and how things sound and how to get the best recording we can. So, um, sorry, man, you said something about the width
So,
or
so 0, yep. Let's hear what this sounds like versus what you just had here.
okay.
It toned down the harsh overtones that I was so uh if you go back to what it was, you can hear when when the higher
Hmm.
pitched stuff happens. It's kind of the VC2A is trying to do its job, but it's something. A lot of the high frequencies are really high when it's 0 at loudness on that mastering plugin. It does something to the
Ah, I see. Okay, so you might get better results if you crank this down.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps the width as what it was could stay. I mean, you know, or let it play and just play with that width.
Yeah.
Now
Okay. Man, I don't know. To my ear, at least, it sounds better when it's got a better stereo spread.
So
Mostly because it was recorded in mono with a single mic. So
so exactly. So but if you did take that and put it to 0 and then put a reverb on there, it,
it has
very
chroma verb on.
chroma verb.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
I know.
Oh, also Barris says, nice. I also use a DAW, but it's basically a notation software. So maybe
Oh,
syllabus
or
or
like Doric.
Sibelius, is it?
I use Dorico sometimes. I have used that in the past.
Ah,
Yeah, the Steinberg produced one, which I like. I need to get better about getting my
can you
guitar arrangements down with that actually. But
does Finale he's or they
finale,
use
okay.
Finale. Um Interesting. Can you use VSTs in those like virtual instruments or is it just notation? That's the question, right? Or do you know or in yours the Dorico
Oh yeah. So if you have a MIDI stack that with instruments, you can actually export that entire thing into Dorico, and it has a collection of like bassoons and oboes and strings
built
and
in?
flutes, yeah, built in that it'll play. And then they're nothing to write home about, but it's enough to hear like what the
Gotcha.
composition would sound like. So
And then you would take that, print it out, and send it to a real chamber orchestra or
yeah.
something, or like a
Yeah,
little.
or publish the music. I mean, I think that's if you wanted to publish it. Like, that's a project of mine is to get these guitar arrangements that I work on to get them published ultimately. That would be a really cool thing for traditional music.
They said,
Um,
kinda, I make the music, then I export as XML, then I load in Muse Score and then I apply the VSTs,
Oh, okay. I've been to that site before. Yeah.
and they
That's cool.
especially need to do that when they need a better harpsichord. I can only imagine how
Yeah.
the onboard one sounds.
All right, so that was so all right, you want to try it with is it worth it to put on replica or
I mean, if you want to go down that road, absolutely, I would always
all right,
vouch for my baby.
let's try it. Let's try it. There's only one reverb in Aaron's world.
Ah,
Uh
yes, and it's
Wait a
not
second.
even a reverb.
It's not even a reverb. That's right. Like all native instruments things though, it does look really cool. I will give it that. And I absolutely love the way it sounds, but I don't use
I
it. I don't
yeah, I
reach
would
for it.
actually crank it down more because it's audio. It's real. Yeah, yeah,
Powerful, yeah.
something like that probably.
All right, let's see. Need more. Not an improvement in my mind.
Yeah, it's too much. It's doing the delay thing because it's audio.
Yeah, it's
It's
audio.
a
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think Replica works as well on audio,
You are absolutely correct. But
but
something
anyway,
in the box, it sounds. I don't know
oh, it's
something.
beautiful. Absolutely. I love
But
it.
I honestly believe Chromaverb is not doing it justice as well as it could be. Perhaps a preset on there
I
or
don't know. I chose Guitar Chamber
guitar
thinking,
chamber.
yeah, thinking that that would be the best for solo acoustic guitar, but maybe not. And I haven't messed with it much, but yeah, I mean, the chain is still in progress, but yeah, and this composition is pretty simple. I mean, it's E minor, it's in the key of E minor, so it's E minor to D, and then there's a moment where you put in a B note, so it's B A really quickly, so you can put like a B minor chord in there, so E minor, D, B minor.
It reminds me, you're on the dock. There's an ocean around. You're in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Kind of feeling of pirate slash
Yeah.
folk slash Celtic slash. It's an interesting vibe there. So you could definitely go down any theme with this as your skeletal structure. Like your
Yeah.
scaffolding.
Yeah, and it's 3/4 time, which I know you like. So,
Indeed, so
yeah. All right, I got one other thing to share.
already.
This one's odd. This
I
one's an
like
odd
odd. I
duck.
like odd.
Yeah, it's unusual. Totally different. We're switching gears quite a bit here.
My cat just fell off of where he was sleeping and he looks confused.
Fell off?
Yeah, he literally just fell off near the window. And now he's just looking at me like, what the hell?
All right.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right, cool. I didn't have to reshare this time. Okay. Let's just hop in because
Real
I'm not
quick, Barris's favorite time signature is 3-2 and 6-4.
3-2. Okay. Interesting. I'll have
I
to
think
look
my
into that.
brain would explode. All right, let's
Yeah,
hear what we got here.
let's do this. This is yeah, let's just hop in. All right.
That's yeah, the vocal effect at the end. I love that. Uh, is there a high pass filter on that lead?
Yeah, no, I'm not when it dropped, it was way quieter than I was expecting. I'm not sure what happened with that. So is that
Yeah, could you solo lead? I'm just curious what that sounds like soloed. Oh, it does have it on there. So it just stripped out any low end that it. Oh wait, no, there is low end there. This is a strange instrument. This is the toy box, isn't it?
yep.
Toy box, man. This thing
I think
has
I think it
given
sounds
me.
amazing. I absolutely
It
love it.
sounds cool as hell. It's yeah.
It was too quiet though. Let me crank it up a little bit because that moment should hit a bit harder than that.
Yeah, it sounds better louder. That is cool.
I absolutely love it.
You know what I'm hearing? All I'm hearing, man. Honestly, the only thing I'm hearing in this thing
Yeah.
is massive uh big cheeks patch.
You man, you love that.
uh like well, I don't know what key this is in. Was it D
E
or
minor again.
E minor? Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny
So
story about this because I was working on that E minor. I was working on the Spancel Hill arrangement in E minor, and I thought, okay, E minor, D, B minor, that sounds beautiful. And so my intention was to create like these beautiful pads, but then I got this ghost pad and I hit an E note, and I was like, oh wow, that's really
creepy,
cool.
creepy.
And then this
Ba-
happened instead. It's crazy.
Barra says spooky and very cool.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
And the flashback, you decided to play around with a little bit of logic drums, eh?
Well, it it hits so perfect, man. Like it
Yeah.
absolutely nails the sounds.
It
S-
sounds yeah, like just given that the punch that it needs to carry the rhythm of everything else. And that's why, dude,
yeah.
that I keep thinking massive big cheeks. Dun 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 dun. Just an
Okay.
arpeggiating eighth note
Yeah,
that
yeah,
goes dun 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 dun.
let's do it.
Oh my god. I'm telling you right that now. Add that, this track, next level.
Let's
Then
do
we
it.
let's see, this is a cool bass too,
I
man.
absolutely
This
love that,
sounds like
man.
The Professional back in the day, the '90s movie.
Yeah. Man, I got yeah, just the overall soundscape of this I'm really happy with. This is a straight light, I believe. Yeah.
Ah, interesting. I Now that I see Straylight, now I can hear the vocal
And
stuff in it. Yeah, it's
I wanted like the end or whatever because it's only a minute long, so I wanted it to be short. But so that's I just wanted to kind of emphasize those notes at the end, so you could barely hear it though. Either I need to crank it
yeah.
up.
I think turn that up a little bit.
Sounds cool though, and that's your favorite instrument,
What
the
is
beast,
this thing?
the beast.
Oh,
This
I
really
don't.
old school synth that I love.
Man, I'm trying to think of the last track that you had with that thing.
It's been a while. It has been a while, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
cool. All right, let's get big cheeks.
Here we go. Come
Let's get
on
big
in.
cheeks in here.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
this is gonna be the thing.
Man, that's gonna blow your mind. Massive.
If you just type in big cheeks, it'll probably just pop up the patch.
Oh yeah, it's probably only one of those.
That is true.
There you go. That's it.
All
Man,
right.
massive always takes a while to load in. That's loud, 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 buddy.
And I go an octave lower than yeah, right there. That's the one.
Just like that.
So I would turn on. I mean, if you want to just, I would just. So
Arpeggiator.
the way I do it is just turn on the arpeggiator.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Um,
And
if you
this
want
will
to manually do the notes, that'll work too.
arpeggiation's fine. It's just eighth notes, so it's not like it's inventive or anything.
Yeah.
So like that probably.
Yep. I would just have a MIDI note that extends the whole way.
Uh, that one. Okay. Great note. Okay, here's a
And the
question.
velocity.
Here's a question in Logic. How do let's say this has been annoying me recently. Like let's say that this clip was much larger. How would I extend this note to the end of the clip easily without actually physically dragging it over?
So that, oh, uh,
Like I know I can do that, but like is there an easier way to do it? Because in Cubase you can like specify the length of the note
so
here.
try dragging it back real quick and then right clicking the note.
Yeah, I was experimenting with
Oh,
that
you
earlier.
were going down there, huh?
Well, there might be something in here that I just didn't realize, but I don't doesn't look like there's any way to do it.
Something about
Like
note
like
length, no?
yeah, like I would expect there to be a length parameter here. That's the way Cubase does it, but
It's
doesn't
interesting. My workflow, I've never looked into it. I always just use those little bars on the top right and drag the notes.
yeah,
You can just make them smaller or bigger.
yeah. Okay, what's the easiest way to hit that arpeggiator? Through Massive or through Logic?
So if you double click complete control, yep, and then there's those see the little timer thing on the top. There's also right next to the or not the timer thing where Big Cheeks is. Yeah, in between Big Cheeks and the timer.
Hmm.
Click that, and then click ARP on the top left,
Ah,
and then click the actual ARP text,
right.
and then that, and change that to eighths.
Well, that's not
That's
that's odd.
that's
There we go.
intuitive right there.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
There we go. The
Okay.
magic is and hit that right after the drop. You know,
That's what it would sound like at this tempo.
oh yeah. Can you X that out so I could see the track real quick? Yep, starts right there. Yeah.
All right.
Let's hear maybe from like six or something. I don't know. Yeah, from there. Perfect. The moment of truth. Okay.
I
Can I
almost like
can I
16th
can
notes would be better. Like,
oh wait. Can I show you one thing?
yeah, of course.
Okay. So click the little skeleton arm thing for the yes.
The bone.
Now, if we're in the arpeggiator track and you click where it says volume,
Oh, hold on. No wonder.
oh, look at that.
Man, look at that. No wonder you couldn't hear that thing.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, I don't know. I screwed that up somehow. All right, how do I delete that
Just double click
vertex?
it.
Okay. Yeah, I do not want that. All right.
Okay, so where it says volume in instrument 36,
Right.
just click that and then head uh to complete control. And then
Talk about intuitive.
yeah, it's hard to see. Let me try to maximize this real quick. Okay, that's much better. So, uh, I'm just looking for the arpeggiator. Um, let me look here real quick too. It should be yeah. Try scroll down. It should just have say arpeggiator.
Portamento, modulation, breath, foot, scale.
or actually it will say ARP. Yeah,
ARP.
yeah.
Oh man.
Ooh, no.
There it is. Okay.
No, actually ARP
ARP mode.
mode. Yes, sir. I think it's mode. It might be ARP time or something. But try clicking somewhere. Yep. And see what that gives you for drag that blue bar down and see what that gives you for
Okay.
try double clicking on it and then double. Oh, okay. So that's just turning it like 0 to
Yeah,
100, like on and
it
off.
looks
It's just turning it.
binary.
Okay, so it's turning it on and off. Try going to that ARP thing one more time and scroll down to the ARP section. It is very unintuitive. Okay. ARP rate. There it is. Number 29. It's up.
Gotcha.
There it is. Okay, so here, double click on the line right where it starts. The MIDI. Yeah. So double click that and then double click from 10 down and then take that right side of
Hmm.
the and then drag the right side or yeah, drag that up to 16.
Right.
Yes. And the other thing is between the 8th and the 16, we can make a vertice and then make sure that is at 9 and make sure it's eighths.
Okay, it's 1/8.
It's triplets.
Oh, I see.
There it is. There it is. And then the last thing, because I'm an idiot, just drag the 1/16th back to the 8th. And like, ah, yes, yes. Okay, here, let's hear what this sounds like real quick.
Is there any way to execute and lock that?
It is. It's locked.
Okay.
Hopefully that first thing we put on there didn't make it off, but figure that out in a second. Dun 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 dun. And then go back to eighths, and then you can go back to 60s and play with that rhythm until the end of the thing. It makes it a lot more dynamic, a lot more.
Boom. And I would probably switch it there.
Switch it right back to eighths. And you actually have to make two dots, one to the right of that or to the left.
Right.
Yeah.
You need another locking vertex, right?
So yeah, so if you just drag the one to the right to eighths and then the one to the left on top of it.
Right.
Or that, yeah.
All right, I think that should work.
I think it adds just another layer of rhythmic
And now that's super loud now that I've messed with that.
and the last thing I would put on there
Yeah.
is a solid bus compressor, and I would take those flashbacks and I would utilize that as a side chain and then just kind of play with that knob just slightly so that when those arps come in, uh it drives with the drums rather than against the drums.
Okay, so sidechain compression, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But just a little bit. But I mean, it's not necessary. I mean, the mix sounds fine, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's just something I would always do.
Cool. Well, I love
Yeah,
it,
that
man.
track's cool, man. This is good for like a sci-fi type of little, like a scary I don't know. Barrow says
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I was wondering what to use it for. Like, do we want to create a short video or whatever? And I don't know if we're doing the minute-long videos anymore or whether, yeah, it's not really gameplay music, obviously, but it could be like a intro.
It's really good for like what it's really good for is along the lines of like your brother's book. Like that type of feeling, that vibe is like this is the
Yeah.
action, this is the scene, this is the but we could always utilize the same it's good for trying to capture, make a statement. It's like dun dun dun. You're it's like this is some serious stuff. Listen, but
Yeah.
it's also kind of sci-fi crazy. You know what it reminded me of? It kind of had, I mean, the scale, not really, but the vibe of some of the sounds kind of was a little cornish, kind of corn, a little bit in there, a little
Yeah, yeah.
sprinkles
I
of
see. I
Jonathan
see it.
Davis in there.
I see what you
Uh,
mean. Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, cool track, man.
Thanks. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
digging it.
you're right. I'm glad you mentioned my brother because I did think about sending it to him and just say, "Hey, use this in your social media somewhere," because he creates videos on his social media feeds for his books all the time. So
I just could imagine one of those promos that you had shown me, like, boom,
yeah,
that's like exactly the vibe, like
cool.
creepy, but kind of like it's a different kind of creepy. It's not like alone in the woods,
Yeah,
someone's gonna get you. It's more like not a utopia, but the opposite of that.
dystopia. Yeah,
Dystopia,
yeah.
sci-fi type of feeling.
It was funny though because when I first started creating the track, well, I originally wanted to create something beautiful, and then I got the ghost pad and was like, "Oh wow, that sounds really cool."
That's what
And I was
happens, man.
I was planning on making like a really ambient Silent Hill exploration type track.
Silent Hill.
But then I hit the bass boom and it started kind of just developing this energy of its own, and then pretty soon it was like a full blown like yeah, so it's funny the way that happened.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Korn has a Silent Hill track on their on Silent Hill the video game.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
It's
and
funny.
yeah, there definitely has that tone of like dread, but also not. I don't know. It's a cool track.
It's just cool. Thanks,
Got to
man.
use it for something, man.
Yeah, I agree. If you could think of something, let me know and we'll get it set up. I'll work on that side chain compression. It's been a while since I've done that, but I need to get better at it.
Hell yeah.
And it's definitely recommended. So,
Shall we start
shall
Composer
we
Dome?
should.
Okay, we should set up all of our. If Barros is still around, this is where we actually do the thing. So,
Yeah,
we did a little bit of,
that was all just preamble. Yeah.
yeah, we just, chatted like old ladies for a little bit. And now it's time for the Gladiator Composer Dome. Oh, he's still around, or she's still around, they're still around. I don't
Where
know.
this is where
Barros is still around.
this is where we fight to the death.
Yes. So Wyatt has created a Python script to essentially tap into the oracle of the universe to
It's
provide
true.
us
That's what it
with
does.
what type of video we are about to score. And we both take 10 minutes.
Exact.
Uh, Stream is really popping for that 10 minutes, like a lot of activity. Basically, we're staring at our computers intently for 10 minutes, trying to compose to whatever video. And then we share our results after.
And
Shall we begin?
sometimes it does not turn out very well at all.
Sometimes it's horrendous, sometimes it's incredible.
All right. Yeah, let's run it. Let's see what we got here.
And Barris, if you wanted to join, by all means, next time around, or even this time, if you wanted to join, you know, by all means, we would love to get like, 5 people doing this one day and then go
That
over
would
all
be
the
cool.
tracks. That'd be cool.
Uh, Sir, the selector is Aaron, and the genre is drama. That's a tough one. I think we've had trouble with that before.
Drama. Ooh, okay.
Over to
Um,
you, sir, I think.
oh, Barris says, oh, sure. How can I enter?
I
So,
don't
I
know.
mean, we could, if you wanted to now, we could send you a Zoom link and you could join in here, and then we could all go over the video and then all compose to it and then review it. And then that'll be Composer Dome episode 6.
Absolutely.
They said they don't have a webcam, but I don't think that really matters.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
you don't need a webcam. So let us know if you want to join in. I'll send the Zoom link somewhere. Otherwise, I'm going to start sharing here. Okay, yeah, let's do it. So, actually, I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to go over to this Zoom meeting and we shall have our first composer edition.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Let's copy this
That is
invite
cool.
link. Let's go. I'm going to send this to your inbox on Twitch. And then we shall pick the video and begin. Yay, bam. All right. So it said this user has turned on block whispers from strangers. I'm just going to do this. Well, see if that worked there. That should be the second one is the right one. The first one okay, there we go. And so that link will be up. And now I'm going to share screen and go to the video selection. So we start off by going to Pexels. And today our category is drama.
Yes, sir.
So we just go drama.
Try to find one.
Let's
Okay.
see here.
Drama,
I choose this.
the problem with drama is that it's really open, right? Like it's very non-specific. So,
Correct. And Barrow says, also, there's a small problem. My English is really bad. I originally speak Portuguese. I know one thing in Portuguese, and it's not
but
a good word.
okay.
My brother is half Portuguese, Charlie.
Oh, that's all right, Barros. We'll music is a universal language, so
Indeed. So drama,
how about one of the plays?
like this.
Yeah, maybe not lap. The one in the middle was pretty good though.
Oh, was it up?
No, no, down. Like that one. You know,
This lady?
so it's like a dramatic scene, you know. How long is that?
This is. Uh, I don't know. It's not showing up the. Hello, Barris.
Hello, Barros.
We see you are here. Oh,
Thank you for joining.
indeed. And I see you got your mic muted there, but that's fine too. And so what we're gonna do here is we're
Try
gonna
to select a video.
indeed. So what I'll do is I'm gonna take. Do you want to use this or do you want to keep?
It's you're the selector, sir.
Indeed,
The
indeed.
Oracle said you select, so.
That'll be up there. That'll be up there. Barros is just preparing his setup.
Okay,
Perfect.
yeah. And I guess we'll have to send the link to him as well.
Once we find the video,
Yeah, once we
indeed.
find
Drama. How about I'm just gonna do this. Try to
cheat.
cheat? Oh well, dramatic, cinematic.
Yeah, no, no. I was just
Is it?
playing, man. I was just playing.
Hey, I'm the Oracle's choose. Like I'm the Oracle's choice, man.
You're the chosen one. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty cool. That's dramatic.
Yeah, yeah, that's not bad. How long is this guy? 9 seconds.
Short, but I don't know. I kind of like
It's
short versus long. Like I think it's better to do short, but especially given that we only have 10 minutes to do this, so.
yeah. Um. Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Whoa. That is pretty cool.
It's a cool video. It'd be kind of hard to score because it, which is
Yeah.
that I'm not shying away from it, but
Okay. I gotta get let's see. 25 seconds.
not drama,
Not
definitely.
drama. Yeah, not dramatic. Dramatic. That this is I mean the that is definitely dramatic. Even this is kind of dramatic, but kind of more nature if we have that.
Epic, I guess, might be the word.
Yeah. I think the sunset is probably the closest thing.
Yeah, the first fly through I think is pretty dramatic too, though. No,
Was
the
that
first sunset one that you showed, the one on the right
this guy right here?
from the pier, yeah,
Yep, 9 seconds.
that could
Yeah,
work
I
too.
mean 9 seconds. Um, he said one question: does the music have to sync with the video? So you can
We're
take this.
Yeah, so we're trying to just write a soundtrack, so it doesn't have to sync really, but the idea is to capture the feeling of the video.
Mm,
So it doesn't have to sync necessarily, but it should express what the video is expressing, ideally.
excellent. They said, okay, or right, my setup is ready. So this is the video that we're gonna choose. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna put this into chat like that. All you gotta do is download that video or just keep it up in your browser or something for reference. And that is the 9 second video that all three of us will compose to for 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes is over, we discuss the video or our tracks. And so right now, we both have to just make sure our DAWs are set up for our templates here,
Yep.
or
Can you
empty projects rather.
can you throw that link in Zoom chat as well or Telegram? Zoom is fine,
Yes,
actually.
sir. Oh, there we go.
Those are down.
And bam,
Okay.
change my audio.
It should be on right.
Stop sharing. Gotta open up the timer.
All right. I'm just downloading the vid now.
And I use the Google timer built in for my timer. Has a little handy stopwatch or a alarm, but you could use anything you'd like. Maybe I should download the video too, huh?
Okay, I need the vid. Downloads today. Cool.
Here you got the video in.
How do you make it show up in the top left of Logic again?
Just exit out.
Oh, right. Perfect. Okay, cool.
Okay, so uh give a few seconds to see if Barros is ready to begin. You give the okay, Barros. We are gonna
It looks like Barris posted in the Zoom. He wants the video in link there. Um,
here you go.
Perfect.
There we are.
Awesome.
Okay, so um he is ready. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Okay, Composer Dome, episode 6 begins in five,
Five,
four,
4, 3,
three.
2, 1. Now.
Bingo.
And that's
Ding,
it.
ding, ding, ding.
That is it. That is time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Time's
right.
up. Barris, get your hands off your keyboard now. Get it off.
He says also finished. So
Okay, excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So,
yeah, of course.
um, so
He's asking if he can apply the VSTs. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I see. He wants to apply them now.
I see. I see.
Basically, so the way we usually do it, Barros, is 10 minutes and then you press play and what you have is what you have. And that's the way we've done it so far. But it's the first time, so
Yeah, so generally it's the whole point of it is to be freaking out for 10 minutes. Whether or not you
challenging. Yeah.
get anything good is really just up to chance sometimes, but you might forget to unmute a track, you might forget to put an automation on something, you know. Um okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Sure.
He said just for the stream, so uh that can I apply the VSTs, you know, to his program right now, but after the 10 minutes, or is it illegal? So kind of illegal. And so he said it sounds a bit bad, but you know, it is what it is for 10 minutes, and didn't have time to, you know, put production into it or anything. And that's the whole point of this exercise. So uh who should go, who goes first here?
I'm thinking since Barros is this is his first time, maybe and you were the selector, so I think it would be good if you go first and then just kind of show how we do it and that
And,
kind of thing. But
and so basically we boiled down, sounds good by the way. We boiled it down a while back, I think episode 2 or 3, that you can use anything you possibly can do in 10 minutes except just straight loops
yeah,
of stuff, you know. um that means, but that doesn't exclude sound effects. If you have 10, if you think you can add a full sound effects track in 10 minutes for your piece, by all means do it up. Like if there's footsteps, or if there's trees and you want to do wind, or for instance for this there's ocean and you know what comes with that, by all means you can use that. But not like musical loops, like a synth that you download out of a pack and you just drag in stuff like that. But that's kind of,
or drum loops. We put
yes.
we put the squash on drum loops as well, so we don't use percussion loops or melodic loops. I think an arpeggiator is a little bit of a gray area, and we're allowing those, but
But if you have a drum loop and you modify the hell out of it, it's fair game. If you
correct.
have a
Yeah.
loop, yeah, and you modify it. Okay, so let me pull up here.
First of all,
Uh
Aaron, are you happy with yours? Do you like it?
I'm digging it, man. I, you know, at the, you know, I felt like at 7 minutes, looked at the clock and I was like, whoa, 7 minutes left on the clock. What am I going to add to this thing? So, um,
That's always a good spot to be.
yeah. So, you know, I had some sound effects. This is the first one I really had some sound effects. So, I just got to switch over my,
Oh, right. Yeah. Let me do that too.
hopefully we don't crash.
Yeah.
Apply. There's no way it went that quick. Yeah, there it is. Come on now. I always
Come
forget
on.
I don't want to share when I do this. I got to do it while not sharing.
Come on, Bessie.
Wow, did that just work that fast? I didn't even get the ball that time.
Don't
All
question
right.
it.
I'm not going to. Okay, ready when you are.
I'm ready to listen.
All right, here we go.
It's so short. Can you play it again?
Yep.
Oh man, bravo. Really, really well done. I like it a lot.
Cool. All right. dive into what we did here. Not much as far as automation lane. Just I took out the ocean surf and the seagulls at the end there to kind of make the piano reverb drift off for the end.
That's really good.
Uh,
Yeah.
and just a simple D and a yeah D and F, and I took a piano and just sprinkled a little few E's and F's on there and A to finalize it out. And then this guy, I don't even know.
Barros is
Oh,
asking about not supporting video. Yeah, absolutely. I guess you could just play the music you wrote, and we've
absolutely.
seen the video, so yeah, I think it works.
Precisely. Um, and so yeah, that's basically the tracking, you know.
Cool. I love it, man. It's funny because when I see the video again, it makes me think of when you go to the movie theater and it's the opening production company's logo.
Y-
Kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah,
But
those vibes.
yeah, it's good though. Yeah, I did D major as well.
Oh,
So
I mean,
it's
that's I went to the keyboard. The first thing I did was I tried to make the largest humanly possible chord with two
chord.
hands.
Yeah.
And just and I played the first one. I'm like, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Oh, that's the one that I'm hearing right there. And then bam.
G minor. Interesting. Okay, cool. Is that untold strings?
Oh, come on. You know we
I
got
know
some
it. I know it.
untold
Why?
strings there.
I don't even need
Came
to
back
ask.
to my old. Oh, by the way, Barrows, if you need free amazing strings, I'm kind of a VST string junkie. I have been for over a decade now. And these untold strings from Roots, Westwood Studios, I believe, um, amazing for a free VST. And yes, these are untold strings. I'll solo them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're just
Beautiful, man.
really nice strings, man.
Yeah, I can't believe they're free. Seriously.
Yeah, man. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing now. If I could find the Zoom thing, bam. And we are back here. Would you like to go next, Wyatt or
Sure.
Barris? Doesn't matter. I mean,
Sure, I'll hop in. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to share screen, share sound. Okay, here we are.
yes,
Can you hear that?
yes, sir.
Awesome. All right.
Use the horn. Damn, that's smart. Oh man, you know what, man? When I first saw it in the Pexel screening thing, I thought of like the perfect storm and that horn and James Horner. And
Hmm.
I was like, man, James Horner horn probably would sound good from solo. And then that was in my mind, but I never used it, man. That's crazy that you used a horn.
Oh, it's only 10 seconds. So I'm gonna play it again because I actually want to hear it.
Yeah, let's
Because
hear like two more times. Two more times.
okay. Okay, one more.
You know what's crazy about that horn? It almost sounds like it's a real person trying to hold back the velocity of it, unless there's some type of velocity on one note that is different than that.
But let's solo. I guess this velocity kind of sticks out, but other than
I
that,
think it
they're
might be the G that I'm hearing, maybe on that second thing, the G and the A and the T
here.
and the G,
That one.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's cool. Sounds it captures the thing, you know, like D.
Yeah. Just really simple, D,
And,
G, and yeah, really
and,
simple stuff.
and from those two right there that you just played, that last uh chord or that you hit, you could have for a more. I mean, this is just my opinion, but it kind of changes it. I think in a way you would think more heroic,
Yeah,
but in my way, I think if you change the last note to go down, like down instead of
a
keeping
fifth.
it
Yeah,
stable, it would ruin the whole like vibe of the thing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
In the way that you have to kind of end here for this little piece, it makes sense.
Right, yeah. The only other noteworthy thing, well, actually one thing, which is so it's the bass is D, G, and then hit an A here, which gives an interesting harmony because
Mm-hmm.
these don't hit A, but the bass does. So,
Oh, I wonder if
yeah.
that's. I noticed the MIDI's not right on that line.
No, I just
Is
recorded real quick and like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's what I was hearing when it because when
Whoops.
the horns change to that note.
Let's try it.
No, no, never mind. No, never mind. That actually is fine timing the way it is. Yeah, but
Cool.
the horn has a strange timbre to it. You know what I mean? Like it has kind of a little like the guy's running out of air almost. You know what I mean? It's an interesting sound.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Okay. Cool. All right.
digging it.
That's what I got.
Okay, Barrows, here we go. Your turn. Go ahead and share your screen.
Excellent.
Mm.
Oh, cool. Okay.
One other thing, I don't know how familiar you are with Zoom, but when you hit the share button, you would have to make sure to click the share your computer's audio. And then there's another drop down right next to it that's high fidelity audio. So you might have to reshare because I haven't heard anything yet.
No, I haven't heard anything yet. Yeah, you might have to share sounds with Zoom specifically.
Oh,
Yeah, there we
I
go.
can.
Good.
Yep. Perfect. Here we go.
That is great. Wow, that is cool. Excellent chords. I love that. I love the main theme.
Yeah, the actual melody, it sounds like there's almost kind of like counter melodies going on everywhere, right? Or can you play it one more time?
Yeah, can you play it one more time, Barrows? Man, I love that resolution on that major that kind of major chord resolution. That's really cool.
And so this is the built-in version of the VSTs. I wonder what would you normally have chosen if, you had the extended time? Would you have changed, for instance, you know, the timbre of the high brass into something else, or would you keep the high brass for the new VST?
Oh,
Yeah,
he
you
would
would
change a lot of
change a lot
things.
of things.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, go through it, man. Let's see. I'm curious on how this even works.
Okay, so this is
Kind of
finale,
cool.
right?
Finale. Yep. Ah, so it's like MIDI, but standard notation.
I see. It almost has a Renaissance sound to it.
Oh, okay. So it is kind of like a DAW in a sense where it's just.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's great. Yeah, I play a lot of early Renaissance music for guitar, classical guitar, so That's awesome. You can definitely hear the influence in that piece for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got some native instruments, some
I
Steinberg.
see some Spitfire in there. Probably
Yeah.
some Labs. Finale's probably freaking out because sharing your screen. Finale's like, I'm not going to show you the VSTs today. There we go. So you can even put reverb on everything. That's pretty cool. That so to manipulate the actual note. So if you needed to put like a legato and you needed a note to overlap a note like you would in MIDI, that's just impossible with this, though, right? I'd assume. Organ closing the stream right now.
Yeah, that's right. Aaron doesn't like organ.
Unless it's Interstellar. With the remix.
Actually, I think I personally I like that first sound best. The really old school sounding organ, that the first voice.
Is it tripping for you too?
Yeah, it's tripping.
Okay. I was like, doing the house remix.
It's still going.
Told you the organ was cursed. So in Dorico, have you like made a whole thing, or you just got it for to mess around with, or
I got it. It was on sale, and I figured it would just be good to scoop it up. And it does guitar notation really well. So I thought, well, in the future, if I decide to get some of the guitar stuff that I do down, it would be helpful in that way.
mm,
And I did do one composition in it completely, that I then moved over to MIDI and did in the DAW. I didn't like, for the way my workflow usually goes, it didn't really help me compose compared to MIDI, but yeah, but uh,
interesting?
I think if you're publishing, it's of course needed.
I
Uh,
could see this being really useful. It's just, yeah, the control that you have over MIDI. You know,
Yeah, I guess as far as control, I mean, with something like this, you really rely on the length of the notes, right, in notation to sort of line everything up, and it interprets that in a performance way rather than MIDI, which we tend to. It's a little more.
right, right. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I know that there's libraries out there that are essentially they're basically phrase libraries, but when in conjunction with standard notation software like this, you can actually get the most realistic sounding stuff out of the box.
Right.
Actually sounds, because it's just playing the same chord or whatever, but actually recorded, and you can't really use those libraries like with MIDI because it just doesn't work. It just triggers instead of I watched a dude. do it one day streaming on Kick. I was like, whoa, it's crazy. Okay, so there is velocity right there for every note. There's velocity. Okay.
Cool.
Bam.
Cool.
Digging it, man.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Barrows.
Indeed. I mean, first time joining up on the Composer Dome, broke your cherry there on that first composition.
Those 10 minutes go by fast, man.
They sure do. They sure do. And
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
indeed. Yeah, man. So sometimes we do one, two, or three. Sometimes we do just one. It doesn't matter. I'm up for anything. Wyatt, I don't know what your time thing. We could end it here or we could doesn't matter to me.
I'm good if we take an intermission.
Hmm.
Do you want to do another one if we take a brief intermission?
Yeah, you want to take a up to you. You
Yeah,
name
yeah,
the
let's
time and we'll reconvene. I'll just, you know, we could just leave everything
yeah.
running. Just,
Yeah, let's leave it running. You want to take 5?
All right, meet back at 4:35.
See you, everyone.
Always ready.
Always ready.
You know how many times I've said that, dude? Oh man, I say it all the time, and just no one has any idea what I'm talking about. Okay,
Got a
got a
sandwich. All right.
sandwich. All right,
That's a good idea actually.
it's a 5 minute sandwich. We should start saying sandwich wars, and then create sandwiches in 5 minutes, and then put them on stream and see who has the better sandwich.
That's not a bad idea. That's an interesting idea.
I promise you that would get way more views than Composer Wars. I'm talking we would go we it would be a full-time thing.
And anything for food, man. Here we are making weird soundtracks, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and meanwhile we'd just be getting fat on stream like a real American, like a just get out there.
Hey,
Okay,
we're an international community now, so
that's true. I am very sorry if you do live in Portugal. I like I said, I only know one thing, so I will not say that, but yes. Okay. Um oh, you just speak Portuguese, but from
I
Brazil, just
see. From
Brazilian.
Brazil.
Excellent, excellent. Ah, you must be using a lot of uh Twitter recently. Man, that judge needs to go in your country, man. Holy $8,000 fine for using a VPN to access X
Yeah,
Twitter
I know.
per
I
day.
heard. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
intense.
don't use it either personally.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I use it since Elon took it over, but not I never used it before. Um, all right, so I just gotta switch over to a new project before we
yeah, right.
initiate
Okay.
the Oracle.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Save that as Ocean Track.
Ocean track sounds good. I don't know if we're ever going to do anything with these, but just in case, I always save them.
Yeah, I think I've saved not I didn't save two of them, but I've saved every other one.
Okay. And we have the Oracle. Let's clear everything and we will run our script again.
Gotta switch over my audio. Oh, can you perhaps edit the script to have Barris you know, be able to choose?
I think so. Yeah. Hang on a second. Let me stop sharing for that. Talk
Bar-
amongst yourselves.
Barros. Is that how it's correctly pronounced? Kinda. Barus. Barros. I'm terrible. I'm a bad human being. I don't know how to pronounce
I will add
I
Barros
can
to
roll my
this.
R's pretty well, but to actually get that dialect is pretty hard. The two RR are pronounced like the
Rojo.
J. Barros. Barros.
Oh,
The supreme composer.
man, you can roll your R's pretty well. We should
Do a 5 minute
hold on a
rolling
second.
R competition.
Hold on a second. Okay, we do not have medieval
Oh wow.
as a genre. We
Wow.
used to. So Barros is out of luck because I think he would kill us on that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add Barros here. Okay. He is in the variable.
What do you think the genre would be if it wouldn't be called medieval?
Yeah, for sure. No, that's true. Um, yeah, what would it be called? Historical? I think we do have historical actually.
True.
Early music. Okay.
I
We
guess that
have
makes sense.
we do have historical. I'm not sure. Yeah, early Renaissance. Yeah, we do have historical. I'm not sure what we need to, I mean, this is only episode 6, so we're still kind of ironing out some of the details, especially with the genre and stuff, but for right now. All right, I added you to the variable, so I think we should be good. All right, I will reshare. Yeah, and that's the thing too. He just mentioned the video, and like sometimes it's a challenge to find an appropriate video on Pexels, which is where we go. So the genres are kind of that determines the genre selection as well. All right. So,
Dun dun dun
oh,
dun dun.
classical barrels. Wow, that could not have gone
What
better.
is this? Wow. The oracle is in favor of Barros.
Oh man, he is going to kill us. Okay.
Um, all right, well, I'll be brainstorming while Barros is figuring out the video to choose here.
Does
Do
he
you
have
want
the
to
link? Do you have the link to
you,
Pexels?
you could start sharing
Yeah,
Barros and then just go to pexels.com and just type
yeah.
in classical or something along the lines, I suppose.
I'm not sure what the video is going to be, but we'll see.
Classical. Freeman, what chord are we doing here? What's going on? It's
Uh,
probably my least. It's probably honestly, classical is probably my least like known. I don't. I never made classical music. I don't think I've ever made classical music. Maybe I have. I don't know.
well, you're going to want to use Arc for sure. Um,
Arc. Hmm.
Metropolis, I mean.
Oh man, yeah. But couldn't you just make a? Couldn't you just use a piano?
That's a pretty good one, actually. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think honestly, I'd just cheap out on a piano. But I don't know why I'm discussing this. This all should be internal composer war dialogue.
that's a pretty good video. 11 seconds is good. I mean, but we've ranged. We've gone up to like 40, but I think the shorter ones are actually better.
But you are the ultimate conductor. But
True.
yeah, that's absolutely right. What's the chances?
Yeah, right. I was hoping it would be horror or something.
Yeah, I was like, come on, sci-fi,
Sci-fi,
action. I was like, come on,
sci-fi.
action track would be good, you know?
Yeah, we haven't really hit on like a real hard like cyberpunk or anything that you would
It's
electronica, you'd kill at that.
it
So
seems to yeah, kind of go around the same
I promise you it's in the script and it's using the random module, so it should not be weighted uh one way or the other,
it's true.
but who knows?
It is the Oracle though. Did just choose classical.
Yeah, I like that one. I think that one's perfect. It's only 11 seconds too.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. Let's
Can you put the awesome, perfect. There we go. We got a link. All right.
it's Portuguese
Oh, it's
pixels.
funny. Yeah, it's in Portuguese.
I think I know where that download button is.
Yeah. Okay. All right, just getting set up here. Perfect. It's a cool video too.
Okay. Put the video in.
Yep.
Just gonna pull up the handy dandy timer.
Oh, and we forgot to mention this, Barros, but we do not use the well, I guess it doesn't matter for you because you're not sharing, but we don't use the audio that's in the video, right, Aaron?
Correct.
Cool.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't even know if there was audio in that.
There
If there,
was
oh,
it
there
offered
was.
it offered to extract it. That's why I brought it up.
Ah,
Okay, let me switch over my audio driver real quick. Okay. Let me set up the timer.
I'm ready to go when you guys are. Barros is ready.
Okay, this time, you want to try 10 minutes and you play what you got? Everybody good with that?
Oh, I'm game.
All right,
Here
cool.
we are.
All right, awesome.
Count it
Look.
down.
And it begins in five, four, three, two, one. Composer Dome.
Ding-a-ling ding. Ding-a-ling ding. Oh man. Well, you are muted, sir.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Oh boy. Okay. So I was in the zone there.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
So,
tough to snap out of that.
okay, so as the Oracle has told once before,
Exactly.
it is Barros's turn to share.
Indeed.
Get your hand off those VSTs.
3-2 time, as he said.
Ah,
Yeah, organs would definitely be appropriate for that cathedral, you know.
mine is way off the mark. I'll foreshadow that.
Okay. No problem. Okay, we got some crumhorn action.
All right.
Excellent. Yeah, I love it a lot. Kind of reminds me of sort of sounds like Bach to me, but
It is very grand.
very grand. Yeah, yeah. That's definitely the word. Yeah, please.
I bet that thing with some replica might sound pretty good. Replica for life.
I wonder what causes that, Aaron. Do you think that it's a C like yeah, it's hard to push that much processing, like it's a
Yeah,
CPU issue?
yeah. So his computer is not only, running his program, but has to
Right.
share with Zoom. And
Yeah.
oh, maybe it could be just, yeah, quirk with having to let it load. I have no idea. I'm just assuming. This is what I see when I try to make music in my dreams. I just see something like this, and I'm like, the hell am I doing? Okay, got the remix door again. All right, I'm digging it.
Yeah. Again, I
Q
like that. I
time.
like that resolution on the major chord. That's really cool. It's a great sound.
You know what's interesting? And I always have these dumb things to say. Uh the very beginning of the track, the notes that you hit reminded me of Moby. Interestingly enough, for some reason, the first like I think it's 3 or 4 notes. But yeah, a grand piece for a grand cathedral.
Oh, that sounds better. Yeah.
Much better.
Cool.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
how it walks down to
Yeah.
that last epic chord, and instead of, it's kind of like a, you don't know, it's not too predictable. That's what's kind of cool about it. The 3/2 timing is interesting.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I would be I think it's I mean it's good to see the notes and everything that's hit in real time, but like I'd be okay with exporting it too if it works better. I don't know how you feel about that, Aaron, but
True, true. I don't know how long it takes to export as like an MP3 or something, but
yeah.
that might be the best way to show it on share screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a great piece of music though, and it suits the scene extremely well, in my opinion, for a cathedral, you know. Like it's pretty perfect. So
Hell yeah. All right. Once that's done exporting or something, we could go back and check it out. Uh, but until then, Freeman, if you want to get this, or I can go, it doesn't matter. You can flip a coin,
yeah, yeah, I'll go.
or we could
That's
just
cool.
hear this now.
Yeah, yeah,
Flip.
or yeah, it looks like it's
That
done.
works too. Cat's meow.
Yeah, if you want to play the exported version, I'd be happy to hear it. Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
Mine is too.
Actually, you luckily, I think, just shared uh, only the program, so we can't actually see any of your folders or anything if you are going through things, or at least I can.
No, yeah, I
Okay.
can't. Yeah, great progression, great harmonies. I like it.
Hell yes.
All right, Aaron, do you want me to go, or are you excited about
Do it
yours?
up. Let's go. I mean, well, actually, you know what? I'll go because mine's pretty terrible.
Oh, don't worry about it. No worries.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not
Oh
worried at
no, sorry.
all.
It's kind of weird. I'm responding to Barrow's chat in the Zoom, but then anyone watching can't hear that, so it's a little strange. So
Indeed,
it's like
yeah.
I'm talking to things that aren't there.
Ah, welcome to my life. Okay, so let me take over here. Oh, there we go. Cat will start meowing again, probably. Alrighty. Okay, so I didn't use any Metropolis Arc or anything like that. Um, I don't even know if this sounds good, like if the notes are right. Basically, the entire time, what happened was there is no time signature here. I was just noodling, and then I realized there was 3 minutes left, and I go, oh damn, I better like put something down. So this is what I got down.
Okay.
Let's just play it. Just some piano and a little bit of bass strings. Bam.
Can you play it again?
Yeah, but as you could tell, this
That
first
that note
note.
didn't, yeah, it didn't sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That right there is an unfinished look at this. I mean, I was still creating the chord there.
Yeah. He says it sounds sad. I agree. There is definitely a melancholy to it.
Opposite of grand. It's like
Exactly. Yeah, you did go.
pretty much the opposite of the video. So I was thinking like, classical, classical, classical. And then every time I think of classical, I always want to just throw a harp and do some noodling with the harp. But
Yeah.
then I was like, maybe I'll try piano. And then I was like, the piano fast. I did have something fast at first, and I'm like, oh, this just sounds like piano, like, or like it doesn't have any like and then I did slow, and it still doesn't sound like a Renaissance type of piano, or like Renaissance-ish vibe.
Yeah, I'm kind of
It
surprised
just
you didn't go with choir. Barros mentioned choir in the chat, and
yep, yep.
but you don't use choir that often. Come to think of it, actually.
I use Silka. If I use choir, I'll
Right.
use Silka. And
Right.
like the track for the video game, that
Mm.
in the background there's Silka in there. I don't think we ever got to it, but it does play. Let's see here. All right. That's that POS.
My
Insta
my
third
first attempt back
place.
in my first attempt was way worse. So
Well, yeah, I say it's on par. Maybe yours might still. I mean, yours still had the Middle Eastern drum. I mean, this
it
track
was bad.
literally has nothing to do with the
No,
video.
no,
I mean,
it mine was worse. I would say, but
hey, we still have that episode somewhere. I think maybe no. I think
we're not posting it though.
yeah. Barrow says I have an unpublished madrigal book with over 30 madrigals. What's a madrigal?
Actually, I don't know what that is either. A madrigal, secular. Oh, okay. So just a solo choir type music.
Oh, that's cool.
Barbershop quartet.
Renaissance barbershop chords. So you gave them music and they actually like sang it at one of their events, or they used it
No,
for one of their
that's awesome.
something. That's pretty cool.
Very. All right. Let's see.
Ah, I see. His friends sung it. Sang it.
Okay.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Right before you play anything, even though the instruments aren't named or anything, the first note is going to be an epic brass sound.
Brass. No, I did not go with brass.
Whoa!
Yeah,
My brain is going to explode.
I did not go with brass at all. I did go with a choir, which I think is the first time I've used voice since we started this. But
Oh.
all
What
right, we should.
VST real quick. Eight
This
BPO?
this is entirely made with orchestral tools Inspire 2.
Cool.
Yeah, including the choir. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a little quiet. Let me bump it up a little bit.
What are you doing? You just broke the rules.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Get
My
out of
bad.
here.
My bad. My bad. My bad. It's going back. It's going back. It's at 0. All right. You're right. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Guess more of a gothic sound, but yeah.
It is, yeah, like a Gothic cathedral for
Gothic
sure.
cathedral, yeah. So, but just a walk up of the strings. Um, I would have spent a lot more time making the voice especially sound better. I mean, some of those notes hit like way too hard. I'll play it again though,
Yep,
just so
yep.
we hear it.
That's just G sharp minor going up the scale.
It is G sharp minor, yep,
And
or A flat,
that's
however you
interesting.
take it.
It's also B major.
Yeah, a lot of shared notes. Yeah, a lot of shared notes. Yeah.
But the interesting thing is usually when I'm messing with that scale, I can never usually get it to sound that creepy, which is interesting.
I think it's so you have to it's really this half the half step. So you hit the G.
Cadenza doppia?
Sorry?
Cadenza doppia. That's what you use there.
Is that what that's where are you seeing that?
Barros in the
Oh, in the
Zoom
chat. Oh,
chat
okay. Gotcha. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
said also heard you use modes.
I guess between the two, I would now that I've played it, I guess I can mute the choir. I actually like what the strings are doing a lot better.
Oh, I see what's going on there. Okay, so it's not G sharp minor. I thought okay, so it's um it starts G sharp minor, but then it goes into major.
Oh, it's a harmonic. I think it's a harmonic
Or,
minor. So
or
that's the harmonic. I believe the harmonic minor is
but you're hitting
that note.
G.
Yeah, that's the harmonic part because you flatten that last note and it gives it that part of the, I believe.
So that's the creepy vibe that I was referring to earlier. And I was like,
Yeah, but
I could never get G sharp major to
but you would
G
still
sharp minor.
you'd still resolve on the G sharp though. Even if you're hitting that minor or even if you're I'm sorry, minor, even if you're hitting that harmonic minor note.
So let's see. Ah, so boom, boom, boom. You only start coming out of the scale at right at four, at right when that G hits. So you
Mhm.
go into the harmonic.
Right, and then like towards the end. Like yeah. Barrels
Isn't
probably
that
knows this
is that?
stuff way better than we do. Because
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
for damn sure.
I'm just I'm just noodling basically whatever sounds good, but and I know just enough like music theory to not know what I'm talking about. But
I know the music theory that I've created myself,
all
which makes no sense, but
right.
sometimes it
Anything
works.
anything else? Barros clearly won that one, but
Yep, yep. Um, No, yeah, I'm just hopefully, the Oracle can be nicer next time and or you know what that tells me? Honestly, what that tells me is I need to have in my back pocket a classical template kind of thing in my head where I know if I was going to make a classical, oh, please Oracle, put cyberpunk. That's what we want. We want cyberpunk.
actually, I don't think cyberpunk is a genre,
It
but
should be.
we have electronica though, which I don't know what Barros would do if we gotta hit that
That's
one.
true. Well, if we did have electronic, that might be the most interesting one to like what would you do? I mean,
Just do like arpeggios of
yeah,
piano or something.
yeah, I guess you could make electronic
And
music in there.
a timpani hitting a 4/4 beat.
Yeah, I mean, maybe put a sidechain compressor on something and a organ. I don't know. That'd be interesting to hear for sure.
Dramatic. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just reading Barros's um commentary here. Harpsichord. Actually thought about harpsichord, but I might have a harpsichord sample somewhere, but I'm not even sure. Like it's not something I use regularly. I might have one lying around, but
The Yeah, I have my harpsichord comes from Medieval Legends Era 2 by Eduardo Taralante, that dude,
yeah,
the best service thing.
yeah, those are
Uh
good. He
yeah, he
okay.
has some amazing stuff.
Barrow says he owns a harpsichord. Wow, that is really cool. I've never seen one in person. So
Yeah, I mean if also, during these little 10-minute Composer Wars, you could pull out a real instrument if you think you can handle it and
I
record a little segment.
I have the guitar out. I haven't done it yet, but it would be hard
One
to
of
get
these
a.
days, I'm
It would
gonna
be
see
hard to
you
get
turn
one.
around real
Yeah,
quick
yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, but you'd have to, if you're gonna use the guitar, you'd have to set it up just like the DAW setup. We'd wait and make sure everything's ready and then go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how are you feeling, Aaron? You got one more in you, or are you done for the day?
I'm down for one more, man. Probably redeem myself unless
All right,
okay, Barros
Barros
down.
is down. All right, so one more. Let's do
One
one
more.
more.
All right.
And we meet at Saturday, 2:30 p.m. every
Eastern
week.
time. Yep.
Eastern time, sorry. Yeah, every week. So, all right, let's do one more share here.
And if you have any friends that
Yeah,
want to
invite your friends.
join,
We actually need judges, you know? We need people to judge it and say like, yeah, the person did
yes.
did the best version. So,
Ideally a few people in chat to throw a couple numbers every time. Hopefully Cyberpunk.
all right, here we go. And
Cyberpunk.
drum roll. Boom.
Electronic. Give me some cinematic. I'll do cinematic too. Come on.
Science
Science
fiction.
fiction.
Actually,
Okay.
Barros, that's okay because James Horner did a lot of science fiction orchestral music. So it
What
could,
about John Williams? Star Wars?
sure,
I
sure.
mean, that is the iconic definition of like standard notation and
That is true. Yep, I think it's doable. But Aaron, you're up.
oh,
Science
sorry.
fiction.
Yep.
That's your genre too.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. There are some genres in here that I've never composed in either. That first one, the what was it? World music, I think. That and it went
Middle
Middle
Eastern.
Eastern, and that kind of threw me off. So
Hmm.
Ghost in the Shell there in the middle. That's very cyberpunk.
Oh, I know. Barros loves this. Okay. Okay. This looks familiar.
It does. That's actually a pretty cool shoot.
This is the one. This is the one. Put it in Zoom.
Okay.
Put it in Twitch chat just in case anyone wants to go there and
All right, that's 14 seconds. Not bad.
downloading it. Oh, I got to start a new project here. I
It's kind
am
of
not going to save that.
it's kind of a cool video. Oh, you have Fruity Loops. Okay.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
A true Renaissance man. I mean, not many people use Fruity Loops and Door or Finale, right? I wouldn't
Yeah.
assume. That's cool. All right.
Let's see. What should I call that one? Cathedral, I guess.
Uh,
Well, what was
yeah, that definitely
the
save that on your end. That was cool.
thanks. What was the theme of it? I forget.
Um, it was
Classical.
classical.
Classical, right. Okay.
Hold my timer.
It's new from templates. Composer Dome. Okay.
Control my audio.
Okay, switch the audio back. Okay.
That's ready.
All right. I think I'm ready when you are, sir.
Yep.
Barros,
Ready here.
let us know.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, if you're firing up
Why?
Fruity Loops, take your time. Okay. Aaron, count
Count
that.
it down. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Composer Dome.
Boom.
Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling-ling. Well,
Oh man, I just screwed up right at the end and knocked out a part of my drum loop. That drives me crazy.
so yeah, I uh I went down a rabbit hole that I should not have gone down.
Oh no.
I'll say that much. I'll say
Okay.
that much. Um, I basically just made this in the last minute. like like everything that I was who cares anyway. I just improvised something using my keyboard is what Barrow said. So excellent, excellent. Okay, so I'm just gonna share it up right away. Shabam.
That's right. You were
Let's
the
get this
selector. You go
rolling.
first, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we got a muted track here. Great. Uh okay. So I was getting all technical, which I shouldn't have been doing, and I was getting into the sequencer and I was changing the pitches of sequences and adding
Uh-oh.
pages and shit. And then I realized that I added a page and I couldn't figure out which VST I was adding a page to, so I ended up deleting it. Da, da, da. Long story short, this is what we got.
Okay.
And let's oh, I gotta
Yeah, I'm just switching mine over now.
cool video though.
Yeah, really cool video. It's extremely crisp. Like it's super high quality, you know.
Yep, yep. Okay, here we go. I didn't even. I'll just. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
just
it's
stuff
cool.
there.
It's it suits the video really well, in my opinion.
It's very sparse, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, there needs to be a lot more low end, a lot more just like sci-fi ish kind of, you know, electric sounds. But it kind of, yeah, it kind of gets the rhythm because this here, I'll just play it
Can
one
you
more time.
can you play it again?
Uh, you know, there's like the flashing, so kind of wanted that like wah, 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 wah thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean
It,
you went with a more of an ominous sound, you know, like
yeah.
there's a creature coming or something and she's trying to repair something so they could get out of there or something like that.
Exactly. And then the percussion on this was done in the last 25 seconds and I just did that. I just dun dun dun. And it's not even for some reason the velocity on it or the modulation on it must be set at 0. Yeah, look, it's set at 0 so it should have been sounding like
So a little bit more to it.
yeah, yeah, but it automatically went to 0, but there she is. One of you guys gonna flip a coin here?
Barros, would you like to go ahead? Awesome.
Barrow says, I think mine will not even fit the video. Ah, good old Fruity Loops.
Oh wow, God, I haven't seen this interface in a long time. I used to use this way back in the day.
This is what the kids use, man.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know.
the people they do like 60-second beat challenges and they work and they sweat. They're like, oh, trying to click away. And it's pretty amazing what a younger
No, people,
generation
I'm
can do with
yeah,
MIDI these days, man.
sure. Wow. Well, gorgeous, gorgeous piece of music, and it's actually a really cool instrument too. I like it. It's a space organ or something.
So yeah, the from one to actually I like everything in this. The so let's see here. Right when I think the only thing, okay, I'll just say what, when I heard this and I actually watched the video at the same time,
Yeah.
on my other monitor, uh it kind of portrays just a whole different feeling, but still the same feeling. Like this could actually be used the same thing for like a very, it's almost like bittersweet, like almost like there's nothing she can do. Like this is kind of like her last resort, and it's somber, so it kind of fit really well
I
in the way it was. But the very end, I would say the very end, I don't think it this would call for an ending like the traditional
resolution, yeah, on the major
resolution.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I actually agree. And I think that this could work in a way like it's extremely intellectual sounding. And so if she's concentrating on something and doing
Yes.
something like really complex, this is very intellectual
Exactly.
sounding.
Intellectually, like she's really contemplating right now.
Yeah. I think depending on the context of the scene, it could really work. And it's a beautiful piece of music and again, really cool instrument, so I like it. I agree about the end though. Yeah. I guess if it just let's see how it resolves this time. Yeah.
Much better,
Much
man.
better. I think so too for this track resolving on the minor. That's really nice though. Good piece of
Hell yeah,
music.
man. Way to pull that out of nowhere. That's a nice little piece. 10 minutes. Yeah, I think Fruity Loops will probably be your better bet. It seemed to run really smooth with sharing, and I
Yeah,
mean
I
unless of
agree.
course you're more comfortable with standard notation, use whatever you prefer, but that worked really smooth. Okay. Here we are.
All right. And like we all went in like completely different directions. It's kind of funny. All right. Can you hear that?
Oh yes.
Awesome. All right.
So that higher synth string sounding thing,
Yeah.
great, perfect carry
Mm.
through the track. The very last note, definitely, probably, I think is the very last note. I think is, unless it's just the instrument has weird pitch things built into it, maybe.
Let's
But
do it again real quick.
last note
Yeah.
seemed weird. Oh yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So instead of resolving on that F,
It doesn't resolve. Yeah, yeah,
in my
exactly.
brain it's supposed to resolve on C,
Yeah.
right? And so it just, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, or it should lift up to the D because I think it's in yeah,
I
it's
honest honestly, that last note right there, if you move that up to a C, that's exactly what I'm hearing in my brain when
let's
I
try
hear
it.
that sequence.
Let's try it. Well, to me, like if it probably sound even better like fully resolving, probably like that maybe. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
way
yeah, yeah.
better.
Yeah,
But I didn't do that in time, so we're cutting that out.
indeed.
Um, let's see what else. Oh yeah, so at the very last minute, I accidentally deleted all my hi-hats. So it's supposed to have there's supposed to be hi-hats in there, which is yeah.
Did
Yeah,
what?
so I
What kit are you using for this?
so this is played by hand, which is why it's so bad.
Oh,
And
oh,
it's this guy from Native Instruments.
Butch Vig.
Yeah. So I had something like this. Let me just record it real quick. So it was something like that was going. I had it sounding actually pretty good with the hi-hats, but then I was trying to adjust the velocity of them and deleted it, and then the timer went off. So
Oh, can you just do Control Z? One of the or Command
prob
Z, and they would just pop up.
yeah, but the timer was off, so I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
want
yeah.
to even hit Control Z because yeah.
True. You don't know what else
Uh,
is.
but yeah, I the best part is definitely these to me.
So Barros has to peace out real quick. Yeah, this is going to be the last round, right? This
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
last round of Composer Wars. So hey, Barros, if you great meeting you, and if you want to come by next Saturday at 2:30 Eastern time, if you want to bring a friend or tell anyone that else that you know that composes, get
Yeah,
another round in.
absolutely, man.
And
Great menu.
eventually, we're gonna have at least 5 composers do 2 rounds every Saturday, and
He's
um,
asking for the channel link.
oh yeah, it's Bending Star Audio. I'll send it right here,
Cool.
and we are gonna post these on YouTube coming up soon.
Right.
Uh, so we also have Bending Star Audio YouTube. There we are. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that concludes the stream, and have a good day.